Welcome, dear listener, to Spirituality and the Brain. I am Vanessa Anceloni, your host, and this segment is all about the latest findings of neuroscience and the teachings of Spiritism. Today we're gonna talk about heavy drinking, memory, and life. Recently, in the year 2014, a group of scientists have found that heavy drinking is linked to early onset of memory decline in men. According to Sarah Bosley, the health editor of The Guardian, she says, men who are habitual heavy drinkers, downing more than 2 pints of beer every day, are likely to start having the sort of memory lapses that are commonly associated with aging, up to 6 years early, according to a new study. The long-term effect of alcohol on the brain has not been extensively researched. Most studies have looked at elderly people who have usually stopped or considerably reduced their drinking. The paper by scientists at University College London, published in the journal Neurology, looks at the drinking habits of a large group of middle-aged men and women and their performance in cognitive functioning tests, how well they think and remember things 10 years later. It appears to show that heavy drinking, at least in men, leads to significant deterioration over the long term. Not enough women in the study were heavy drinkers for the scientists to conclude the same things happened to them. The researchers led by Severin Sabia of the Department of Epidemiology and Public Health analyzed data that has generated by Whitehall Second Study, a massive group of civil servants whose health has been investigated over many years. They focus on more than 5,000 men and 2,000 women who were aged 45 to 69 at the beginning of the study. Their drinking habits were assessed 3 times over a decade. They took memory and executive function tests on 3 occasions. Executive functioning includes reasoning, task flexibility, and problem-solving ability. Heavy drinking men, defined in the study as those who drank more than 36 grams of alcohol a day, which is about 4.5 units, began to suffer memory failures and deterioration in their cognitive processes between 18 months and 6 years earlier than those who drank less. Simon Radley, head of research at the dementia research charity Alzheimer's Research in the United Kingdom, said, "These latest results could serve as one more reason to stick to any New Year's resolutions to cut back on alcohol. Observational studies such as this can be important for identifying factors that may influence the risk of memory decline or disease, but it is difficult to pinpoint cause and effect with this type of research. The people in this study did not have dementia, but memory decline can be a precursor to dementia, and understanding the risk factors for this decline could be important for preventing the condition. This large study has yielded useful results, although it's not clear how far the findings from this group of civil servants can be generalized to the wider population. It's crucial to continue investing in research if we are to understand how to keep our brains healthy as we age and prevent the diseases that cause dementia." Dr. Ridley also said, "In the meantime, the best evidence suggests that in addition to not drinking to excess, we can lower the risk of dementia by eating a healthy, balanced diet, keeping an eye on our blood pressure and weight, and taking regular exercise." Dear listener, this is science telling us evidently that alcohol is bad for our health. In the book No Solar by the spirit Dr. André Luiz, psychographed by Chico Xavier, we have the spirits telling us quite clearly that drinking alcohol is associated with indirect suicide. So, Spiritism also finds that drinking alcohol is a form of indirect suicide because it's cutting short the life of the physical body. So here we have science and Spiritism pointing to the direction that drinking alcohol is not good for us. If people claim that it may be good for the heart, remember, dear listener, it is bad for everything else in your body. So we would recommend that you keep an eye, if you drink alcohol, keep an eye on your drinking habit. Make sure you make your efforts to decrease the amount of alcohol you drink to the point that you don't drink any longer, for your own benefit, for the benefit of your life. After all, God has granted us the physical body in its full force for its good use. And if we are deteriorating our health just for drinking habits, then we are committing what we call indirect suicide. If you have any question or suggestion, just write to us at cardiacradio.com. We have a contact form. We'll be happy to hear from you. In the meantime, let us keep feeling the blessings of God.